Yo, it's AZK, you tapped in with the Hood Journals.
Try swinging, I can't even see where I'm aiming. Fed course of legs, so you know I'm the dangerous. Patience, boy, I think I'm running out of patience. Witness greatness, every time we speak, leave him anxious. Toolbox, not good.
Alright, welcome to the Hood Journal podcast. I'm here with
AZK.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Where?
AZK, I'd like to give my guests their thousands of appreciation before I start off every interview. Thank you so much for being a part of my platform. I reached out to you, definitely want to join my platform. Talking to people at the school, they all wanted you to be on the platform. You were somebody that I was thinking about when I was like, I'm going to start interviewing people in Oswego, so I appreciate you for taking the time to lock in with me.
Okay.
Appreciate your talent, appreciate everything that you do, appreciate your creativity, the swag. There's a big fascination about you that I'm about to get into the interview, and I'm ready to get the conversation started. First question I want to get into, tell me who ended up winning the Sweep Cutz AZK giveaway?
Oh, we even announced that yet.
Yeah, I ain't announced that. I thought it was announced it already.
No, we ain't announced that yet. Word. But that shit would definitely be tapped in. I'm pretty sure the winner is gonna be DM now, so
Okay.
we gonna announce that real soon type shit.
Alright, but whose idea was that to do the giveaway and like the whole concept of the whole thing?
I ain't gonna lie, me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm good. Old to him. He wanted to shoot a vid. He been asking me since like last semester. Cause I had seen him first. Was like all my mates was like all my roommates was going to him. So then I'm like, I might as well show love. You know what I'm saying? Cause naturally I be cutting my own hair too. Word? I be cutting my own hair. Like I'm not trying to do no business. I seen COVID happen, and I know how like barbers could get. So I just wanted to see how that shit going, but. It was like one time my man was just like, not even telling me. Like I just seen him. I'm like, bro, this dude working hard type shit.
Right.
Just support type shit. So that ass came in. It was like last semester, 2 semesters ago. I don't really remember. And we was just chopping up from like person to person. He was just like, yeah, bro, like I like your vids. Like you want me to shoot with one of this shit, and we could like set up the giveaway and all that. So I was like, I'm all with it. And then you feel me? Now we here.
Say that. Talk to me about the edits in a promo vid for the giveaway. That shit was like some shit I've never seen before. What was going through your head while you was creating the vid for the giveaway?
Now we're honestly, I just want one thing about me, bro, is I like to be different. And I know I wanted to put all my energy and stuff like that. One of the things that really got me into cinematography and like videography and shit was like them old ASAP Rocky music videos and shit. Like back when like old was showing them, just like that little style. Yeah, that old collective. Like I'm like very tapped into that. So like when I watch those videos, like that's how much I got my editing style from. And like that passion for recording and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I used to watch those like when I see a vid, it gives me that org type vibe.
Word. Yeah, like that's big inspiration for that shit. Like them like cozy tapes.
Yeah.
Those DVDs. I used to watch that shit. Like I probably watched like all of them like probably like 5 times, like 5-10 times. Mind you, these like hour tapes.
Right.
But just watching them shit, just you feel me? Like I don't know. It kind of showed you like influence, and it was kind of cool too. Like you know what I'm saying?
That shit was just dope.
Word.
Feel me? So you spoke about how you was able to create the giveaway. You spoke about the mutual respect that you and Manny have.
Word.
Once the giveaway is wrapped up, what can we expect between y'all two in the future?
Honestly, we just keep working, supporting each other type shit. You know what I'm saying? Manny's my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of the guys for sure. He definitely came in clutch not too long ago. So there's definitely gonna be times with me and him collaborating type shit. So just stay tuned for that.
I better say that. Alright, AZK, next question I want to get into. You mind telling me where you're from?
I'm from Queens, New York, Springfield. I was born in the city, by the way, but I jack Queens, Springfield. That's everything grew up there, you know what I'm saying? Most of my guys is all from there and all that shit.
I better say that. So AZK, talk to me a little bit about your upbringing. Talk to me about what it was like growing up in Queens, and we were talking about it before we started recording, also in St. Kitts. Talk to me about family and friends, shit like that.
Now my upbringing in Queens is like I say like almost any story, like typical like nigga type shit. Like took the bus, you know what I'm saying. I didn't know how to ride a bike because I ain't have my summers here type shit. So like I was always in St. Kitts during the summertime. So like Caribbean time. I used to literally be like a half Caribbean nigga, like come down, like, come back, just black as shit. You know what I'm saying? Suntan, all that. But in terms of my mans, like I ain't gonna lie, Queens, like I have so many friends type shit. Like my roommate upstairs, like literally knew him since middle school.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I convinced him to come to Oswego type shit. So basically, he's the reason, like, he's here. Like, one thing about me, bro, I keep my close friends very close type shit and keep a circle. And I ain't gonna lie, it was all in Queens. So, like, you know, my friends, like, help mold me. Same thing with my family type shit.
Right.
So, my upbringing back in the Caribbean type shit was very much simple. It's just, it was more like, I guess, what's the word for it? Baby, pampered type shit, spoiled. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I had more privilege.
I appreciate the honesty.
Nah, word. Like, anything my grandfather, like, one thing about my grandfather, which is one of the things, like, my biggest influences in my life, and that's what he would say that, it's just, he always got me what I wanted type shit. Not saying my parents didn't do the same shit,
right.
But it's like, he was instant with it, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, he would always, like, push me type shit. Like, I remember one day I would want to be an actor, he would tell me, like, I can't wait till you be an actor. Like, he was like, anything I wanted to do, like, he would just, like, speak into existence, like, and then tell his friends about it type shit. Like,
wow.
Mind you, this dude was, like, a businessman, and he's probably talking to another dude that's big in, like, the UK or, I don't know, some weird-ass countries. Right. You know, this is mad countries. I'm not trying to sound ignorant.
Well, you know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like, he would tell them, like, oh, he's planning to be a scientist when he grows up, like, you know, does this and that, like, just regularly. And I used to just take that, like, so much, because, like, at someone at that young of an age, like, to have dreams and stuff like that, and for someone to really believe in you, and to see them, like, you know, do big things, it kind of, like, pushes you even harder, like, and it creates that connection, you know what I'm saying? So, back then, it was, like, he really pushed me pretty much.
Is there ever pressure to not let him down, though?
Nah, where every time, like, I call him, one thing about, when you know about me is that I'm horrible at communicating. But anytime, like, I want to talk to him is that I have something that I did that I'm proud of that I could tell him about. Like, honestly, like, the only reason why I feel like I don't want to do bad in his life is literally because of him. I want to always, like, make him proud, because I remember I used to tell him all these dreams, like, I'm gonna have a Ferrari come down here. Like, I remember I used to be wanting to be in the NBA and shit. And he would just literally sit down and, like, you watch the draft with me and, like, tell me, like, I'm gonna be in that chair, watch you get drafted. Like, I don't know, shit like that used to just make me feel good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, everything I do is almost for him type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, pretty much.
What's that relationship like in 2022?
Huh?
What's that relationship like in 2022?
I mean, honestly, it's the same. It's just, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, again, I'm a horrible communicator, so, like, right now, I'm just working my ass off to, like, you know, just make them proud, because it's like, you know, it's your grandfather at this point. These niggas could go any given moment. So, like, I take that into account with everything I do, so I want to be able to do as much as he's here, so therefore, like, I could even maybe, like, you know, get to where I need to be, take care of him before he's going type shit. Like, that's my truest ultimate goal, like, in this life type shit.
Alright, man. Fuck with that. You said that your grandfather, we gonna transition to the fashion. You said that he bought you most of the stuff that you wanted. What kind of clothes was he putting you in when you was growing up?
Funny enough, bro, if you really want to talk fashion, I would have to give that shit to my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Where, like, she taught, like, my mom's how to dress, my aunt's how to dress. Yeah. Like, she literally still handpicks, like, the clothes my grandfather wears. Like, he can't go out, he can't go outside, he can't do nothing without my grandmother. Like, literally picks out things. And she was big on, like, matching and being different. Like, she'll tell me about different colors. Like, she's big on colors, making sure you're dressed nice, like, all that stuff. Like, the thing with her is, like, she was big on it. Like, she didn't like wrinkled clothes. Like, she was very, like, you know, always got to dress the part type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, church, she used to be wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Like, wanted a picture every night, you know? Every time. Just, I would say definitely dressing was my grandmother. Like she would definitely tell my grandfather, he needs this, and that. Grandfather was buying it. You feel me? So it was really my grandmother that was like the director of it all type of time.
So she's like your unofficial fashion designer.
Type shit. Cause like, you know, it carries on to my mom's, and my mom does the same thing as my grandmother. But then when I see like, it's just different with grandparents, cause you kind of see like the root of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like where it originates from, type shit.
That's fine. What were some of her favorite colors? Some of her favorite brands to wear?
Her favorite brands, bro. You know, she was like a designer kind of person too.
Jeez.
And again, that's as I say it now, like it kind of funny how it like flashes back onto like, you know, later generations, because then that's all they expect too.
Right.
Especially like how like the mother, like how the father like treats their wife type shit, and then it just carries on. So like she was always spoiled type shit. So like she would wear all kinds of designer shit, you know, but she knows how to like, you know, cheap it out, like buy like $2 shit.
Like go to the thrift type shit.
I ain't gonna lie, she was in the thrifting type of person. She was never like a second hand. Like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I was a person that like kind of stepped into like that second hand shit, like buying used clothes and shit like that.
Right.
In terms of my family, cause I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the first thing about used clothes. Like I'm not gonna jack that.
Okay.
But it was definitely like she was definitely buying things on sale, buying things this and that, and like holding it type shit. She definitely was getting her deals and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to sit here and call my grandmother like hella bougie and shit. She would wear whatever, as long as that shit look nice.
Okay. When did it get to the point where I guess it was less of your grandmother's influence on what you wore, and more of like, okay, this is what I want to wear, this is what I want to put on? When did that shift ever happen?
Honestly, that shit shifted like, I would say like, it was with my grandmother. I ain't gonna lie, it took longer than my mom to keep it up. My grandmother, bro, she's strict. Like, she'll have you up and then have your outfit planned out for the day type shit. Like she was one of those. Okay. My mom, she would like tell me, get me this and that. It was not until like middle school type shit. I feel like that's almost everyone. You just don't want to feel like babied anymore. You feel like
right. You want to be forced on what to wear. You want to wear what you want to wear.
Exactly, type shit. Like it's not until then, you know, until I started wearing my own clothes. And even then, it was like some goofy shit. Like I wanted to wear like colored skinny jeans and shit. Like where like I was in like middle school, like not even middle school, like 5th grade, and then like middle school, like I was heavy into like skinny jeans, like dumb heavy.
I feel like everybody was into skinny jeans. Like you're not the only one.
Not working. Like I don't know, something odd with me. Like I love these one pair of red skinny jeans that I have. Mind you, I never used to match that shit with anything type shit. Yeah. So like where?
Okay. What does fashion mean to you?
Fashion.
What's your definition of fashion?
I don't know. Fashion is honestly just being expressive, in my opinion. Just doing whatever like suits you type shit. But I mean, if we're talking like industry, I feel like fashion is also like, it's almost something that you kind of follow in a way. Because if we being honest, like fashion is normally like trend set by someone ahead. But the thing is, when you put like, it's almost like you sign an essay. You gotta write about this, but then you have multiple different essays. That's how I see fashion. Like right now, it could be baggy clothes. Everyone has like their own interpretation of baggy clothes. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like it's just being yourself, because not a lot of people is just gonna acknowledge that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you really watch like fashion shows and like fashion in general, there's like pretty much like a very consistent basis between all of them type shit that you gotta really like pay attention to.
So like, would you say like fashion comes in like different iterations and eras, like whatever's trending at that time and whoever I guess makes it look the best?
Nah, for sure. Like, it definitely has to do with time period and like things away. That's why I feel like every like time period is unique. Okay. That's why I wouldn't necessarily, because at the end of the day, you're still wearing whatever you want, but then there's like almost like rules to it. Mm-hmm. But again, there's no rules as well. It's kind of complicated. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so break it down to me in terms of like what era are we in right now in terms of fashion? What's trending right now in your eyes?
I don't know. Right now, what's trending right now is like loose fit clothes and like bell, almost I would say bell bottoms, like those like flare pants and shit.
Okay.
It looks like that's the trend now. It's gonna. I'm telling you right now. I mean, niggas could clip this shit if they need to. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be like niggas is about to wear bare cowboy shit, bro.
Cowboy shit,
bro. If you look at the jeans, they have like the little cowboy. Like you ever seen like those little cowboy shoes?
Yeah.
And like you see at the top, like by the ankle, that little design.
Okay.
A lot of like it's going that direction. I'm predicting it right now. Like I might sound crazy right now, but like I say give it a year or two, y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
And in your eyes, I'm not saying you have to be the end all be all, but like, is that good drip to you? This like cowboy phase that we're going through.
I think that's what makes it fun. Like you know what I'm saying. Like for example, like what was one trend that passed? Like the Carhartt shit. Everyone was looking like they worked for like construction.
Shit, I was wearing a car jacket today.
That's what I'm saying. And now niggas think, oh, nah, that shit is tough. You know what I'm saying? But like if you was wearing that shit 5 years ago, niggas be like, you wearing that shit for construction type
I feel like same thing like New Balances, like Dash shoes.
Exactly, bro.
I love Dash shoes, bro. Shit, fire.
Nah, them Dash shoes is smooth, but I feel like Dash shoes, it's still in. It's definitely still in.
Okay.
You're not gonna really go nowhere yet.
How about ski masks and shiesties?
Ski masks and shiesties, that's because of COVID. But all the hood niggas is taking that shit down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas is not gonna stop wearing them shits because it's just hood niggas.
Am I crazy for wearing a ski mask to class? I was doing that last semester.
Honestly, bro, nah. But honestly, bro, you can't judge a person for what the fuck they do.
I appreciate that.
You can't really stop someone from doing some
Okay.
shit. Because honestly, that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that though. Like, I don't know. It get jiggy though. Like, I fuck with it's like. It fucks with the image, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I kind of fuck with the ski mask shit because I feel like if you like on some incognito shit, like you don't want niggas to know.
Right.
Then I feel like social media be blowing it out of proportion. Like they telling niggas don't wear ski mask here and there.
Right.
At the end of the day, bro, just let people do what they want to do type shit.
I appreciate that.
Like,
You're making me feel good about that decision.
Oh, word, bro. Like, let niggas do what they gotta do.
When did you get the idea of creating the clothing brand?
Honestly, that shit was I was just good at Photoshop type shit. So I've learned Photoshop because of YouTube and shit. My mom's was just starting like a little printing business where she did like printing and shit like that.
Dope.
So it was almost like an opportunity for me not to like tap into type shit. I mean, my mom's don't really like print my shit no more for the simple fact that I'm like big on quality. That's one thing I'm like big on with clothing. But not saying that her quality like, cause definitely go copy for my mom's and shit. Don't get me wrong. Like her quality is smooth. It's just like it's like a certain class that I put my clothing. Like I want to be like more like a high end type of shit, but still be like obtainable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah, it was because of her. So like when I seen her do that, I was like, you know what, might as well just try something. And then from me trying that shit, I'm like, you know what, I'm already getting positive reviews from this shit, and I already said that I wanted to do something big. Then I just decided, hey, let me try it out type of shit.
Okay.
Now we here.
So when you say positive reviews, you mean positive reviews for the clothing that you were wearing, or like for the Photoshop that you were doing, like because like you answered off that question like you started a clothing brand because you were good at like graphic design and not actual clothing.
Not word. I was
But not saying you're not good at clothing, but
word. Don't get me wrong. Like in high school, I was also known for like clothes that I wear. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always like fashion always been like something that people knew for me type shit. I wouldn't say fashion per se, but like just clothes in general.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, you know, I never really thought about designing clothes and shit like that. Never really was a dream of mine or anything, but you know, I was just fucking around with Photoshop. Tried out a mock-up buddy.
Wow.
Seen that shit was smooth. And then the first piece I really made was the Queens hoodie.
Okay.
Had the Queens map and then had like Queens of Crows. And I also made it for the simple fact that it was something that I wanted type shit. So then when I started like marketing it, and then I realized people like actually wanted it and stuff like that, I decided, hey, let me just tap in see how far it takes me type of shit.
That was dope because from clothing designers and CEOs that I've been around, like comparing you to them, you have the upper leg because you already mastered the promotion part of it by with your graphic design, creating promotion that's eye-catching, that people like to see, that people want to see more of.
Exactly.
So you already have an upper leg, so it's gonna make, and you just like putting on nice clothes, so it's gonna make selling clothes that much more easy. So
no, we're definitely. And the thing is, I mean, I wouldn't say I would have the upper leg because there's also like things that other people like might be really strong with. Because, for example, I'm obviously weak at business and shit like that. Like that's why like I'm in school for that. But I always wanted to do business and shit like that. But like in terms when it came to like selling and shipping clothes, it's really something like it was my hustle. Like I buy, sell clothes all the time just so I could have nice clothes on. You know what I'm saying? So like that aspect of it wasn't as hard type shit. So like not worried.
Okay. When did Hey AZK officially launch?
AZK officially launched. It kind of launched like it officially launched while I was in college. It was like freshman year.
Okay.
My main goal was to have the website up first. I was never like really like big on the clothes as of yet. I wanted a website for the simple fact that like again I was heavily inspired by org. And so like I wanted to create like a collective type shit, like a creative collective type shit. So once the website was up, that's when I started to just excel in everything else. So like I think I was not until like September-ish, where it was like September 2020.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What was the launch like? Heading into the launch, you said that you were focused on creating the website, creating that foundation. What was the launch like heading into it? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Like, what were the emotions heading into the launch? And then what was the aftermath of the launch?
I was sort of nervous. Not necessarily like really nervous. For those that's like really like OGs type shit, that really do know is that I launched the website without dropping clothes. I dropped the website and then featured like a whole bunch of Queens artists, like Queens, like a whole bunch of Queens rappers and shit like that. And like I had all of their things. So like I was more like I guess excited to like just have niggas like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like at least have like something about them that's on the website type shit. You know what I'm
when you say Queens artists, you talking about like up and coming artists or like legends?
Up and coming artists type shit.
Okay.
So like I had DM'd like all the Queens artists, asking if they was fine with being on the website, shit like that. You know, so I was like more up and coming Queens artists, like even like bigger ones type shit. I had to hit them up, see if they wanted to do that shit, and then majority of them was jacking it. So then I just threw them on the website.
What was the reason behind that? That you decided to go in that direction?
One, I was big on like music videos. I was shooting music videos. Didn't really get started. Like I didn't get a cam yet. I was shooting like off of like I want to say a handy cam that I bought for the low and some other shit.
Okay.
And what really caught my attention was the simple like. They just want it as bad as you type shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, I wanted to be that person to like at least orchestrate it, you know what I'm saying? Like help them do whatever they had to get them out there type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. That's how I initially had that whole plan. Because I wanted to have like, journalists and people like to even write articles about it.
That's dope.
I wanted to, like, my ultimate goal is to almost have like something that Cole Bennett had like with Lyrical Lemonade, because it kind of started off as like a spot where he shot music videos and then wrote articles about them and had people write articles about them. That's almost like the type of direction I was headed towards.
Okay.
Tell you shit.
Gotcha. So that's how Hey AZK started.
Word.
It's been, you said September 2020, so it's been 2 years.
Word.
Talk about the evolution of, I guess you could say, this creative collective that you was trying to create back then. Like, how did it ended up evolving, and where does it stand now?
Right now, how it's evolved is pretty much it's pretty much still like everything creative. Like I'm doing like clothing brand on my clothes and shit like that. I've been trying to like tap into like a little bit more like in terms of what's that stage? It's like it's a certain part of business, almost like delivering stuff like that. Like because most of my pieces is higher quality and more like precise on how I want it, the shipping times be horrible. And I feel for that. Like there's still like mad orders I still gotta like complete that I'm working on, you know what I'm saying? Also like the funding might be hard for the simple fact like I make money off of it, but not as much as I could, for the simple fact that the like just the type of clothes I'm making, like it's not really like cheaper clothing where like people could like just buy, because I'm again big on like quality, like
yeah, quality cost though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like I'm big on quality, but the thing is not a lot of people understand that, and I don't blame them type of timing for the simple fact, because like me knowing me, I have my clothing rotation has been something I had for like 2 years. Like I haven't bought clothes in like a year.
Yeah, that's cool, because I have seen you like wear the same pieces of clothing like throughout campus, but yeah. I know that's something that like a lot of, for lack of a better term, like fashion heads told me that like wear the shit that you cop, because there's a reason why you bought it, not to just have it sitting in your closet.
Exactly.
And they dope pieces too.
Nah, we're like, the reason why like again I'm big on like more quality than quantity type shit is for the simple fact that like one, they last longer, and then plus they could never really go out of style type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that, if you really like be very mindful on what you buy, you basically could wear that shit anytime. That's why like most of my clothes that I made so far, and I don't think a lot of people notice, are primarily white and black, except for my hats. For the simple fact that you can wear that shit almost anything type shit. So I try to my best to fit like my clothes in like people's closets type shit, for the simple fact that one, you can always wear it, and then plus it represents where they came from. Like that's my 2 goals in terms of like the clothing brand type shit.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the pieces that you speak about. I know something that I've seen a lot on your page and a lot on your personal page are the fitteds.
Word.
Talk to me about what you learned most about making the fitteds.
The fitteds first initially started that. I was honestly, the fitteds was initially supposed to be like just like a little aesthetic type shit, like kind of look. I did that shit as like a loading screen from like website type shit. So like it would have like a 360 of a hat spinning, and I just threw my logo on top of the Yankees shit. And I'll use the Yankees one because I grew up in the Bronx for like 2 years.
Oh shit! What part?
I got a Co-op City.
Co-op City? Okay.
For like 2 years. It was my first 2 years of my life.
AZK, wrong Suno type. Okay, my bad.
It was that Co-op City type shit. So like I was only there for like first 2 years of my life. But the thing is, I always go over there because my aunt still lives over there. Shit. So like I'm always on that side. You know, got family over there and shit.
Yeah, Uptown got a big Caribbean population.
Yeah, bro, heavy Caribbean population on that side. But, I was there, so like pretty much the Yankees brand was to, of course, represent the Bronx just a little bit, because I'm showing hella love to Queens, but no one else to the other borough type. So it was type love, and the thing is, a lot of people was asking me for the hats, and then I'm like, fuck it, and that's when I went searching. I was spent like majority like the first semester freshman year of college type shit, just looking for a supply for the hat, find the perfect supplier, make sure it's quality, They came to the hats. Then from there it was just took off type shit, you know. And then the thing is, again, my the Negro League was simple fact was that I always wanted to give someone like something to aspire by, or something that represents them as much as possible. And one thing with my grandfather, that he was like a big black advocate, so like he was huge on like being black and being proud that you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of those like. I remember one time he woke me up to watch like the Confederate flag go down. Like he woke me up like dumb early in the morning. Wow. And he said, you're gonna thank me that I'll really let you sit here and watch this shit. And mind you, I had no clue what the Confederate flag mean. And the thing is, like, you could see how proud he was just to see that flag go down. So like, type shit like that. So that's where like the Negro League patches came in, because the simple fact that like it gives you like a sense of a black history, and it kind of gave me my like stamp that like a black man made this shit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of want to remind people type shit.
I didn't even know it was Negro League until you mentioned it. That's dope. I know a lot of people that's doing that. It's really going back in the history. And
exactly. Where like all of my hats have a different Negro League patch on it.
That's fine. How many fitteds have you sold so far?
I had 3. The black one is the black one. I mean, technically it's 4. It's like 2 black ones.
I mean, like how many sales?
Sales?
Just with the fitteds.
Fitteds, I would say 200.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
200 and something, because I had quantities of 100 for both of them. And the thing is, I haven't even touched the black. I'm not even talking about the black and orange ones yet. That's a whole other number. But I haven't even got those in hand yet. So it's been about 200. I swear.
Talk to me about Hey AZK today. With the brand. Talk to me about recent drops. Where does the brand stand today? Because like you see the snippet that I sent you, I was like, I don't really know if SUNY even got a brand. I mean, I wasn't tapped in. But talk to me about the status of the brand today.
So right now, like I'm trying to go a newer path type shit. So like before, like I was really like slow on it, not trying to really throw too much promotion on it. Because again, I'm big on taking my time and not putting full effort out.
Right.
Because a lot of the designs that I have for the brand is like shit that I had for years type shit. So years and like months type shit. So I normally just make some, like whatever comes out, I make it. But one thing I'm focusing on right now is just the delivery times, how it's presented, how it's being looked at, where it's being mentioned in through to. And honestly, I wanted to tap into like, you know, just like creatives, like especially just creatives in Oswego. I'm like trying to like, you know, tap in through there and kind of shows like how I wanted to show like just hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's big on hustle because we gotta be even like you, me, we gotta be 10 times better than the people that's already ahead. Like we have catching up to do because you know they already did that shit.
You're already behind the 8 ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have to work like 100 times harder. So like I gotta fulfill a lot of shoes and mind you, like I'm by myself with this shit. So like it's 10 times harder for that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
That from, bro.
So like it's definitely working. It's definitely working. You know what I'm saying? Like and again, like in the step you said, like people be saying I work a lot. I definitely do, but it's like I gotta work harder than when people said I was working hard.
Right.
It's like me and you, as an example, have so much pressure. Well, not even really pressure, but like we have to work 10 times harder than just a typical person.
Right.
Just for our shit to even be at least noticeable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, feel me? I'll speak on my behalf. I definitely agree with you. Like, even being a journalist, like WTOP, they got everything.
Exactly.
WNYO, they got everything. They got all the equipment. They got the platform. They got the team. I used to be in WTP my freshman year, but I left for whatever reason.
Exactly.
And I'm here trying to start the shit up myself. Feel me? Like I got a tripod in my book bag. I record from my phone. I was in every hood in the Bronx this year. It's like you right. I do have to. I was doing 4. Like I did 2, 3, 4 interviews a day just because I'm trying to get my name.
Bro, and I respect that, bro.
Appreciate
like,
that, bro.
Honestly, I've been peeping for sure. I've definitely seen what you've been doing. Like especially since when I seen Be Love shit. When I seen the Be Love shit, I was like. He had to like pull a lot of strings just to get
Shout
that.
Shout out Brianna for that one. She graduated. Shout out Brianna for that one.
I think I dead met her too before the guy. Like I've seen Shorty. Whatchamacallit? Bro be working dumb hard, bro. But bro, that's what I'm saying.
Do an interview, yeah.
Oh, word? Appreciate that. But bro, you be working dumb hard, bro. Like, honestly, and the thing is. It's like so many niggas you compete with, so many podcasts, so many niggas.
That's another thing.
And the thing is, I mean, for you, I could say you have an advantage because you have the hood with you type shit, which is in it within itself, and it's more organic. It's just that again, we just gotta put in so much more hours than a typical nigga type shit. But
I know you could agree with me when I say this. Like we wouldn't want it any other way. We always got the chip on our shoulder. We always got the motivation. And then when we win, it feels that much more better. We appreciate it more.
But I'm not gonna sit here. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Lie to them. Though. Like shit, just be feeling crazy.
No.
Like definitely, definitely when you have people talking good about your work and shit like that, it definitely feels good. But when there's sometimes you be expecting a check. That check don't come, especially with the amount of shit you gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely feel like the lower people that's like coming up and shit like that, like us. I definitely pour my house out to them because I know like it's 10 times harder for us. Difference between us is like we may not get even paid for this shit that we do.
Shit, I don't get paid for this shit, but
That's
I
what
love
I'm
it though.
saying,
And I know you love what you do. So.
Not weird. So like shit's just, you feel me? It'd be like a knock on the head for sometimes, for sure.
It's all good. Who are some other creatives in SUNY Oswego in your hometown of Springfield that you tapped in with, that you fuck with, that you want to show some love to?
Oh no, I definitely gotta show love from two niggas from Queens right now. That's a big one. It's my son Camilo.
Okay.
You probably heard of him. That's my boy. Like, met him through my son work. You ever heard that Mariah Carey sample thing with that? And he was like,
I'm not familiar. You gotta put me on.
Basically, he made some noise. So he made some noise in the industry, shit like that. And he's been doing is showing love. So I gotta show love back to him. Definitely. And he's definitely been doing his thing. My son Cav, I've been shooting music videos with him in the summer. He's been working his ass off. I'm coming back prepared. People are talking about him, and I'm like, how you know him?
That's fine. Okay.
So like, I'm proud of him. So I definitely got to shout out him. Both of them are rappers, by the way.
Okay.
Definitely my roommates. My son Gio definitely out there grinding. My son Gio is definitely out there.
GC9 Nova.
Not where.
Okay.
Every day, having niggas around you like that is definitely good because you can only feed off each other's energy. Like if he's working hard, you gonna work hard.
How the competition? Friendly competition.
You know what I'm saying? Friendly competition. But I ain't gonna lie, with us, it's not. It don't even see it really as it's competition. It's just us just getting on each other to do what we gotta do.
I fuck with that.
Like we've been trying to stream and shit like that, so he just be on my neck about streaming, he be on his neck about streaming, TikToks, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just nice, funny shit. Of course, my son Sweet Cutz, my boy Manny.
Yes, sir.
Gotta shout Chew out. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Definitely been working on it. Your brother too. Y'all been. I don't know what's been pushing y'all, but y'all been doing y'all thing for sure. Who else? I gotta give it to Ricky and Hareen. They doing their poems and emo shit. There's a lot of niggas I could be saying for days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My guys upstairs, they've been doing their thing. It's a lot. I could show love. I could be sitting here for the hour just talking about niggas. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. The black community is striving at this school. That's what's up.
No word. Literally.
Talk to me a little bit about the Hey AZK YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. So with that, I wanted to stop doing YouTube for the simple fact that I was doing YouTube early, like during high school time. So like I started high school like since I was like 10, 11. I was making like my first YouTube video was a tech deck. A paper tech deck. So I made a paper tech deck and I was doing tricks on that shit. And
you recorded it?
Word. I recorded off a webcam, like a shit like on the computer. Okay. So I took that shit down and like started recording that shit. I was 7. 7, 8. I was in elementary school.
You still have that video?
No, because my pops deleted that shit.
Damn.
And the thing is, bro, this was like early YouTube. Like I'm talking about like on the computer, dumb old, bro. And it was like my pops left his YouTube channel like plugged in, logged in type shit. And I just decided, hey, let me upload a video. I was into tech decks heavy back then, so I did that. And then everyone was mad at me type shit. So then my grandfather ended up like, everyone was mad at me and proud of me at the same time, like some weird shit. Like how the fuck does a 7-year-old post a YouTube video type shit, but why is he doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's understandable. So then my grandfather ended up like investing in giving me a capture card. So I started posting like, clips.
Capture card?
Yeah, like basically something that you record your games off of.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I started like doing like 2K videos, Call of Duty videos. I was like 11, 12, just editing. So I was editing for some years.
You like Chris Smooth time.
Word, I was literally trying to be Chris Smooth. Like, literally trying to be Chris Smooth. Commentating.
What an era that was, bro.
Yes, bro. A crazy era, bro. So I was just doing like walkthroughs, all that. So like I'll do commentary, all that type of time on the videos. And then, when the public interviews started coming out, that's what I was doing in high school. But then after a while, like I just looked back and was like, that's something that everyone does almost. So like I used to just find it cliche and shit. So when I did the Hey AZK shit, I was trying to like at least try to do something different, but like casual. So, like it was just clips or whatever. Like I just went through the day type shit. So like if I did this today and I just recorded it, then and my whole goal was just like to not record myself like as a vlog. Like I wanted to like do something that was against vlogs type shit.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you, would you consider what you were doing vlogging?
Technically, but I didn't want to be like a typical vlog where someone just talks on the camera. Like,
right.
It's almost like you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want it to be like I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to viewers type shit. It's more like you're present there with me type shit. I don't know. Like you're seeing the shit.
Just like the world, but from your point of view.
Almost. Mm-hmm. It's not even like my point of view because honestly, the reason why when I don't edit it, and the thing is I don't like at least point the camera to me and start talking to it. Other people might for the simple fact, but like I don't know, like it's just like things that I overlook, and I think I like watching them after because it's like you be forgetting like the certain amount of shit that you do through the day, and like I don't know, it's like almost pressure. It's like almost like certain things that you catch type shit. Right. And then when it comes to like the titles and shit, I always joke around with that shit. Like I have fun with that shit because I used to clickbait when I was a kid. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I just be having fun with the titles and shit. Honestly.
What's the future of your YouTube channel? You're gonna continue with this path with the vlogs that are not really vlogs. What do you see yourself uploading in the future?
Now where I feel like honestly. I'm doing YouTube right now for the simple fact that why not, one, and then two is like I've already was in that role. It's like something that I gave up on. Like I remember when I first hit like a K subs on YouTube, like in high school, it was big for me. Like me and my mates was like heavy on YouTube, like heavy. And then I look at it now and I'm like, I'm glad I went through it. But the thing is, it's like it's almost like leaving something there that could have still went bigger than it was, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I might think that I'm not doing something necessarily good enough, but when you have like people texting like, yo, what happened to your YouTube channel? Why you not doing this and that? You know what I'm saying? And then you tell them the same answer, I feel like that's just me. I might as well like, I feel like I'm letting stereotypes and like how other people view this like dictate like what I do in this life. So nowadays, like I'm trying to excel and do everything possible. Therefore, like if I look back on it, like let's say 5 years, 10 years, I couldn't say at least I didn't try. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm trying to fulfill every avenue as possible. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And plus, get the most use out of this camera anytime I'm not using it. You know what I'm saying?
I bet say that. I'm definitely looking forward to whatever you produce next.
Go look it, bro.
AZK, I like to ask this question to all my guests to get us go about how they feeling. How's your mental health?
Mental health, bro, shit's been insane, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, shit's crazy.
Appreciate the honesty.
Not a word, bro. Like, a lot of shit's been happening in life, bro. And shit's just how life is, bro. And the way I try to cope with it, it might not be the best, but I lock myself in the room and just work, bro. Honestly, it's the best way possible because, like, anytime, like, I'm not feeling well, I feel like I'm not being the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting shit distract me, shit like that. It's like anytime like I lock in or put my phone to the side. That's one thing I did. But one thing that helped my mental health a lot, which I want to advise to a lot of people, is put the phone down, bro. Like I literally turned it, like there was like I think freshman year I went through the whole life where I literally turned my phone off, went like 2 days with my phone off. And it just felt like I'm not constantly checking, comparing myself to other people. Cause I feel like that's where shit just goes wrong.
Comparison thief of joy.
Yeah, bro. When you start like comparing yourself to like where they at now and where you at, you just go crazy. And I feel like social media plays such a big factor in that. You know what I'm saying? Like you might see someone else up, and then you might take that shit as like criticism to yourself and not be as motivated. You know what I'm saying? Because we have our phones and shit, we're more connected than ever. Therefore, we see and watch more people than ever before type shit. Right. And then based on like what they're doing and what they're doing at that same time, like affected me personally. So I could speak up. So when I put the phone down, not necessarily worry about who's texting me or what's texting me type shit. I only have to focus on what's right there and then right present. You know what I'm saying? Unless out of that phone shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I advise people to like not use their phone, but I don't know, shit could come with some second issue because my communication skills is dirt. And that could be because I don't like my phone anymore. Right. I personally hate my phone. Like I do.
That's why this shit is mad broken. You probably.
That's another reason that I don't use cases because I don't believe in protection. But that's another discussion.
Oh, okay, man. No comment. Don't let that go over your head. He said I don't believe in protection. Okay.
Not a word.
No, that's tough though. I really like that you mentioned that. Like, for someone as young as you, feel me, we are so accustomed to being on our phone. Like, I'm somebody that, like, my idea of shutting down is probably deleting the social media apps on my phone. I don't know if I don't know if I can go as far as just not being on my phone. But that's dope though. That's a certain level of discipline, and also being honest with yourself and like, you gotta lock in, you gotta be focused on like what you feel like is really important. So
exactly, type shit. Like, trust me, like that social media shit do be working out. Like deleting that social media shit, definitely seen it like before. Like, nah, that's crazy. But if you delete it does help for sure. Like, if y'all not that close to like turning off the phone, like, you could definitely delete the social media apps. I have such a good amount. I just find like my phone just as so much as a distraction. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always pick it up even when I feel like there's nothing on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me naturally type shit.
This is just a question of curiosity. I apologize if I'm being mixy. Does your hatred for your phone, does it ever give you issues when it comes to women? Because, like, you know, girls always like want attention. They start speculating if you don't text them back after 5 minutes. Is that an issue for you? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Bro, honestly, bro, I'm gonna give niggas game. Oh damn, I shouldn't say that shit because I should like fuck up my whole game. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Putting my phone down has helped me with women. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. It definitely have. Like, females per se, like, it has helped. Definitely you gonna get your little clashes for it, but the advice I would say is definitely focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily focus on the next person or that individual, because at the end of the day, bro, if your focus is on them, then you're gonna forget who you are. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna build yourself up. I always advise people to always focus on yourself, see what you could do better. If she says no, or does this type of shit, or does this thing that gets you tight, you can't really take that in the ring, because that stops you from doing what you were put on this earth to do type shit. You know what I'm saying? And just letting someone else dictate how you feel or what you do, it's just fucking up your whole plan.
No, I feel me. I appreciate that. AZK, let's get into the quick hitters. A couple of life-form questions I want to ask you. The human side of you. First question I want to ask. What does AZK mean? What's the meaning behind, I guess, your stage name per se?
My AZK is my initials.
Okay.
It's my sister's initials. And it's my, I guess you could say, grandfather's kids' initials.
Okay.
Like, cause me and my sister was like the first grandchildren, so it's A. Then it's my cousin. Her shit starts with a Z.
Okay.
And then after that cousin, his name starts with a K.
That's dope. Okay.
So at the end of the day, like, always result back to AZK. And the thing is, my mom's kind of started it, so I kind of just wanted to, like, you know, push on that. So like, it's really, when you hear like AZK, and I like big on telling people like my name's AZK and shit like that, it's just like just pushing something like legacy that my mom kind of started type shit. And like, that's pretty much the whole premises of it. It just stuck to me type shit.
Because there's the 3 letters that really signify your family.
That's dope. Literally.
Okay. AZK, what are some of your fashion pet peeves?
Fashion pet peeves? I don't even know, bro. Like, it's I don't know. Fashion pet peeves is kind of crazy, because like, when you start to like not really care about what other people are doing sometimes, that's like not even like genuine. Like, you don't even like mind them type shit. And then plus, I don't know. I don't really think I got a fashion pet peeve for it, like, because if you really think about that shit, bro, a lot of people wear the things that they do for a certain reason.
Right.
And I've like come to understand that. So like, I don't really have pet peeves when it comes to that.
That's I respect that.
No, we're like, I don't really think, like, I can't really think of anything on top of my head that I hate seeing people do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright. Do you smoke?
Oh yeah, where?
Okay. What are some of your smoking pet peeves? If a nigga do this around AZK, can't smoke with him no more.
Nah, there was this one time I was with my guys back in high school type shit, and it's just niggas with like a lot of like lip disorders type shit. So like, you know, niggas with bumps and shit like that. Like, I wouldn't criticize them for sure, but I'ma laugh my ass off. Like, it's just hilarious. I don't even know, like, it kind of makes me bad because I'm smoking with the nigga, but it was that's the only time I had like a real pet peeve. And then probably when you just chiefing the fuck out that shit, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, pass the split like already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, where?
outside of your own brand, what are some of your favorite brands or favorite places to shop?
Wait, my bad, bro. Before we talk about that,
You're talking.
for smoking pet peeves, can we stop grabs, bro? They're killing, they're killing our kids.
I don't smoke, but I love just hearing this. I love like hearing it out. So
No, wait, bro. Bro, I'm glad that you don't smoke, bro. For sure. But one thing, I feel like people who smoke, but try to avoid the grabs, bro. Like I have my whole suite loves grabs, bro. And I be telling them, bro, you're slowly killing yourself, bro. Because that shit has nicotine. That's when weed becomes bad. You feel what I'm saying? So that's it. That's what I got to say for that.
Okay. So no grab over there.
Not worried. No grab. You know what I'm saying? It might be punching, but your shit gonna be punching you in the hospital, bro. How you gonna want it?
So I guess aside from your own brand, what are some of your favorite brands to wear or favorite places to shop?
Favorite brands to wear? Oh, I don't have a favorite brand, but if I was to choose one of my favorites, it would probably be like, right now, that's kind of hard. I would say Slessy's up there. No, that's not Slessy. I'm lying. Cactus Plant.
Cactus Plant?
CPF.
I gotta tap in. I'm not familiar with that. That's probably some heat.
Where it kind of inspired the way I wanted to do clothes and shit like that. You said favorite fashion brand, right?
Yeah, and then I guess let's go favorite place to shop.
Favorite place to shop online. I would say used shit because it was cheaper and flippable. Where I definitely big on like saving your money while still getting good shit.
Right. Yeah.
So definitely that, and I probably have to say Cactus Plate. It's probably my favorite right now. Where.
Right. AZK, give me a music Mount Rushmore. 4 favorite artists of all times plus honorable mention.
Favorite artist of all time. Lil Wayne is definitely on Mount Rushmore. No discussion.
Okay.
Just the shit that he started. A lot of my favorite rappers now, like, well, niggas I listen to is because of Wayne. You know what I'm saying? There's no Drake without Wayne. Let's get that first. Wayne, damn. Lil Wayne. Damn. I might get Clash back, but I would have to say Uzi. Uzi. I'll put Uzi and Cardi, but that's only personal for the simple fact that I just listen to those niggas.
I fuck with the Cardi.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with Cardi, it's just the simple fact that like he kind of inspired me in terms of marketing terms, the way how his shit just the way he just basically just became such like a household in music type shit, even though a lot of people don't find that nigga musical. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and the impact he has, the fans he got, and just the way his music is just set up. You know what I'm saying? This kind of thing. So I would put that 3. I ain't gonna lie. I might get really some backlash from this shit, but fuck it.
Is your music Mount Rushmore?
No word, but like this is kind of hard because then I gotta put Drake for the simple fact that nigga I don't not listen. Like there's never been a time or a year that I have not listened to Drake.
Right. System Drake.
Word. Drake. And this is my generation, by the way. Okay. So I will have to say Chris Brown.
Chris Brown?
Because Chris Brown is almost the same thing as Drake. Like, there's never been a year that, maybe except for this year, because I don't know any Chris Brown song from this year. But every other year, bro, Chris Brown got some shit that for me to sing to type shit. You know what I'm saying? In terms of albums and shit, that might not be the same. But in terms of talent and just the fact that's how much hits and it's like he's like the closest thing to Michael Jackson other than fucking Drake.
Nah, he's talented. Talented nigga, I'm gonna go on.
Word in terms of Mount Rushmore.
Any honorable mention? Anybody that's nice but didn't make the top 5?
No, word. Definitely Cole and Kendrick. Hell yeah. I mean, they should have been on the Mount Rushmore if we're keeping it honest. Like, if we're keeping it like in terms of like true accolades and shit. Who's something else? Definitely Ye. Oh no, I'm wilding. Ye's definitely on my Mount Rushmore. Hell yeah.
So who you taking off?
I'm taking off Uzi or Cardi.
Okay.
No, I would just take out Chris Brown. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like how you compare to Michael Jackson?
I mean, Ye is different. He's not Michael Jackson, bro. Like, and the thing is, I respect him from music and the business aspect, because if you put him like in two, bro, like he literally surpassed Jay-Z when it comes to money.
He's a heavyweight in both.
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, the influence he has on just fashion, the impact he has on music, like the whole samples, the amount of pieces of art he's been a part of is like crazy. And the fact that he's still going, like he hasn't even gotten there. Like, he's probably trying to compete with fucking Elon Musk and shit. Right. And then already passed like someone that already brought him up, you know what I'm saying, in terms of funds and shit. It's just someone I cannot put in that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be talking about all day, like all this shit he started and all this shit that he had up saying, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no Virgil without Kanye. And a lot of people don't even know that type shit, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that a lot of people don't really recognize. Don C, like, that's Kanye. Fear of God Essentials, that's Kanye. It's so much, like, I don't know, it's so much, like, you could sit here for days just talking about the impact Kanye has on just art, the art form and art. Right. Like, cannot be mentioned type shit, you know what I'm saying? So
he's one of those guys, like I was telling you before, like, he has that certain swag, that aura about him that fascinates everybody that can't be replicated.
Nah, word, bro. Word. And it's not even just a swagger, like, it's just, he's like such a smart, creative individual that I try my best to not even just replicate it, but like, you know, master and like study. And the thing is, since I've studied him and shit like that, the things that was created because of him is insane. Like, and I'm not even talking about recently, like shit in the past that we was wearing, you know what I'm saying, we was doing was because of him type shit, you know what I'm saying? And like, we not even see it, because it could be in forms of other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have been mentoring this, and this dude, told him to do this. Right. And now we're doing that because he told this dude.
And we don't even know.
Don't even know.
Oh my God. AZK, know what you know now. What would you tell the younger version of yourself and why?
Younger version of myself, bro, is definitely not to give a fuck what other people think. That's the biggest thing. Because I will say that I was the biggest victim of that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I was always into fashion, always into clothes. And you would think, like, I would not be, like, scared to see how, like, other people was. But that was, like, my biggest thing. Like, I cared so much. Even with being on YouTube and shit like that, like, I would care so much about, like, how would someone else view this shit. Right. And I feel like once you, like, get over the hump of not caring what everyone else thinks, like, you just feel so free. You know what I'm saying? Like, free to do whatever you please. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you feel free, you're not locked up. That's why I feel like most people blossom. Right, so when you eliminate fear, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people blossom when you eliminate fear.
That's a big thing. Like, just having that, not the I don't care attitude, but like, you're not jailed by what other people think. You just, it's all about what you think, it's all about what I felt that.
Exactly. Like, it's honestly just whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And like, nothing's going to really stop you. Like, that one voice in your head telling you thing. And like, I don't know, I think I was cutting grass with my pops like during the summertime, and I was listening to a Drake song, ironically. And it was something, mind you, I've been bumping the Drake song for years, but for some reason I heard it this summer. It was like he said in the song, he was like, 40's mom told him, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness type shit. You know what I'm saying? Ask for forgiveness, don't ask for permission. And like, how I took that is like, do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? And then let's say you fuck up, ask for forgiveness after. In terms of just asking before you do it, because you never know if you just say, oh, if I did this, would this happen? You wouldn't know unless you actually do it, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, it's pretty much life, you know what I'm saying? You don't truly get that experience, that life lesson until you actually go through that shit. Because someone else could go through it, you learn, but the thing is, you didn't get that full learning experience until you actually go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see shit.
Well said. Well said.
Word.
AZK, who do you want to see next on the Journal?
Definitely my boy GC None. He's definitely been putting in that work. He's definitely trying to, like, you know, excel in life, and I definitely feel like anyone that is trying hard to like get to somewhere they should be, should at least be, you know, at least be part of the process, and at least someone could like at least see and relate to what they've been doing.
Right.
My boy Gio's been working. You got Gio. I would shout out a couple of people. I don't think you did. You did an interview with Ricky.
We're going to cut this part out. Yeah, I did one with him when I was made. Had a little phone out, so that's probably not gonna happen. But he bro's been doing his thing though.
Who else? Just a couple. I'm thinking about like just creatives in general. I mean, you've been tapping on a lot. Honestly,
appreciate that.
You've been typing a lot. I've been seeing that work ethic for sure. So, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of the best. I mean, you do it with Manny, right?
I haven't done one Manny.
So then
he's another person that when I ask people this question, they all say Manny. I gotta lock in with
Manny. They all say Manny too. I definitely lock in with my boy.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Like, dude, I see out there. Nowhere. That's all I can think of right now. My son, Kibe.
Kibe?
Yeah, I just talked to him recently. Like, you could tell, like, he definitely has working experience and like been working for a certain shit that he got to a point. So
right.
He's definitely big on that party promoting shit. So I feel like that's another, like, you know, at least different avenue, different outlook on certain shit.
Okay. I never thought I'd interview a party promoter. That might be something I have to look into.
No, it's something different, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a couple people that was, I think Justin LA Boy was a party promoter before he became, like, you know.
Justin LA?
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, he's a bitch.
Yeah, that nigga is a bitch. He been fucking
I got him blocked on Instagram. I don't go on.
You texted him or some shit?
No. It's just like some girl was posting some shit that was blowing my heart. I took it personal, and I was like, I don't need this negativity. I'm gonna just block it. That's what I have to do. I just have to block it all out.
So you ain't blocked the bitch. You blocked the nigga that posted it.
Yeah,
that's gangster. That's gangster.
That's
gangster.
Alright, bet. AZK, I'm about to send the interview. Anybody want to shout out? Anything you want to give your chest? Tell the people what you want to hear.
One thing I'll shout out, bro, is to stay tuned for what niggas drop. You feel me? Stay tuned with the hood journals for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
My boys out here working for sure. We got that going on. Honestly, bro, just do whatever you got to do to get where you want in life. That's the thing I gotta say. That's all I gotta shout out. That's all. For real.
AZK, thank you so much for this interview. Won't go overdue. I appreciate the conversation. I learned a lot about who you are, what you stand for, the type of dope person that you are. Make sure I continue to shop with Brand Hey AZK. Tap into the YouTube channel. Tap into everything my boy got going on. And yo, bro, thank you for this one. Appreciate you.
For sure, gang. For sure. Appreciate you.
Try swinging, I can't even see where I'm aiming. Fake course of light, so you know I'm the dangerous. Patience, boy, I think I'm running out of patience. Witness greatness, every time we speak, leave him anxious. Toolbox knocking on this door like we maintenance. Few nods when we ride around, cause we face this. Smoking on who, boy, gotta get your face hit. We don't do no rumors, walk down gang shit. Couple knocks at this door, but we not for the joke. I really ride when I'm bored, when the trap run slow. Jewelin' fashion, gotta do the denim with the pole. Killers riding, nigga, you ain't real, you told. Couple knocks at this door, but we not for the joke. I really ride when I'm bored, when the trap run slow. Jewelin' fashion, gotta look good when you do, niggas.